Okay, we'll begin with questions for the student athletes. If you raise your hand if you have a question, Susan will bring you a microphone and we will get started.
Cameron with the Courier Journal. Emily, for you, just 7 steals today. It seemed like the pressure you guys had on Albany, especially that first half, kind of threw them off. Just what did you see defensively that was working for you guys, and was the point really to kind of speed them up most of the game?
Yeah, that was exactly why we did our press for a majority of that game, just to get a quick go so we could start the tournament off right, and I think we executed it perfectly. We're a lot longer, we're a little bit quicker, and I think we did everything right, so.
Okay, next question.
Steve Bittenbender, Associated Press, for any of the players. Coming out of the ACC tournament, how important was it to not just come out with a victory today, but to really, step on the gas and play that way throughout the entire game?
Haley and then Kiana.
Yeah, I think the feeling that we felt in the ACC tournament, we decided after that game that we were never going to feel that again. And we had a great 2 weeks of practice, but at some point you got to let that game go, and I think we've let it go. It's in the past. We've learned from it, and we move forward, and I think we proved that in this game. So.
Yeah. And on the
No, go ahead.
with the first game in the tournament, we just want to get it started off on a good note and kind of make a statement, and I feel like we did that today.
Emily?
Michael McCammon from Cardinal Authority.
Okay.
Kiana, you came out with really on fire in the first quarter with a 10-point start. How big was that to get you guys going offensively?
Yeah, I just took what the defense gave me. We've been putting up, me and Haley specifically, been putting up a lot of shots together these past 2 weeks, and it's just been paying off. So I hope to keep that going these next couple games.
Paulie Cardinal couple, just a question for all three of you, but primarily for Haley. What do y'all think about playing Gonzaga on Sunday?
Go ahead, Haley, and then Emily.
No, I'm really excited. I know a lot of my peoples back home are going to be watching, hopefully cheering for me. I know they love their Zags out there, but no, I'm really excited. They're a great team, so it's going to be a good game. It's going to be fun to be a part of. So we're going to prepare for it, and we'll take care of business. So.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've never been to a Sweet 16, so I'm really hoping this is the year to go as far as the championship. But just to even go past the second round for me is something special, especially to do it with this team. I'm just really excited to be playing with them, and Gonzaga is a really good team, and I think that we just have to lock in the next few days, and we'll be all right.
Oh, yeah, they're a great team, and I know our coaches will have us prepared for whatever they'll throw at us.
See, Eric, did you have one? Okay.
Tim Sullivan, Courier Journal. For all the players, Jeff Walls got an extension today, and one of the clauses in it allows him to leave coaching after the 4th year to go into administration. Do you think that's even conceivable that he would walk away that soon?
Kiana and then Emily.
I don't see it happening. Administration, as in AD or something like that.
Position that pays him a lot less than.
I think Coach Walls gets a lot of enjoyment out of yelling at us, so I think he'll stay. He'll stay a couple more years.
Yeah, I think he'll stay coaching a little longer than that. But if it's a position that lets him talk a little more, he might grab it in a couple of years. But no, he loves coaching us, and we're lucky to have him. I don't know. That's a funny question. I didn't even know.
I know. Let's just be honest. We know Walls isn't afraid to say controversial things, so I think he might lose his job in administration faster than he would in coaching. But he loves coaching us, and I can't see it happening, but weird things have happened, so I guess so.
Haley, for you, first, Cameron with the Courier Journal. Haley, you didn't start off great shooting the ball. Picked it up in that second quarter. Was it just a matter of seeing the ball go through the net, or you feel like you were pressing early on?
No, we have had 2 weeks off where we haven't played a game. I personally have been going light in practice just to manage minutes here. So like it was my first time running up and down, and it happens. Like I had to get my feet under me. They were good shots. They just weren't going in, and I just kept attacking and kept making the right reads, and it ended up going my way. So.
For Emily, you made a couple of pretty nifty plays with your left hand today. What do you do left-handed other than that kind of play?
You usually miss a lot of left-handed layups. No, I'm just kidding. From the beginning of the year, I think I've came a long way with the left hand. But I don't know. I think I work on a certain kind of left-hand layup, and
I taught her.
yeah, I'm still trying to teach you how to make a right-hand layup, so we'll get there.
I
one
made
day.
one today. I know you saw the Euro set. Okay.
Anyways, out of my business. Oh, good question. I eat like fork and knife with my left. I don't know, it's a weird random thing. And I play pool with my left. And I swear to goodness, I swear. You know what?
Girl, bye.
And I play the guitar with my left hand. I don't know, little random things. Apparently, I was ambidextrous when I was a baby, so.
Great answer.
That's
Since
my
when do you
mom.
play guitar?
Last year at Sierra.
What?
I was trying to learn.
Next question. That's a
All
lie.
right. Abigail Rebell, Albany Times Union. Coach said yesterday that he thought you Albany might be the toughest 16 seed you've ever faced. For Kiana and Emily, having played them, would you agree with that? Where would you rank them?
Go ahead, Ken.
I've never played a 16 seed. Yeah. At Cal or here, we were 2 seed last year, so we played a 15. Yeah, first time we played all.
I don't know yet. Have I? I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
They're good though.
Yeah, they're
It's
good.
been a while.
They're good.
Yeah, they were good. We're talking about Albany right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York team. They are a good team. Yeah, they won their conference. They gave us a challenge. I just think that we showed up a little better in the situation. Like we're at home. You know, we definitely have an advantage. But I think that they put out a fight as best as they could, but we pulled it out well.
Good answer, Em.
Thank you. I'm done doing it.
Emily, first of all, congratulations on reaching the 1,000-point plateau. Just talk a little bit what that means to you in your career.
Yeah, that was really surprising. I actually had no idea, and I didn't make it in high school, so that was pretty cool. You know, Coach Wells kind of didn't say anything, so it was a surprise. But it feels good. It feels good to be a part of that club, and I'm just really excited to keep pushing on in the tournament.
Will you write a song about it?
I do not want to hear her
I
sing,
learned
okay?
one song on that guitar, and it was Our Song by Taylor Swift. So that's the only thing I could play for you. Haley can sing it.
Okay, I'm a T Swift fan. I'm a diehard T Swift fan, so I got you on that one.
Yeah, I'm staying out of that.
Haters.
Other questions? Okay, we got nothing on
Thank
Zoom.
you,
Thank you,
guys.
ladies.
Have a good night.
They know better than to put us in the press conference together.
While we're waiting for Coach Walls, let me tell you that the locker rooms are closed to all members of the media. If you want to talk to a player or whatever, talk to Nick. What? And I'll remind all the people joining us on Zoom that if you have a question, there's a raise your hand button someplace on your screen, depending on the device you're using. Raise your hand, and we will call on you as time permits.
Both seniors, are they graduating this year, or are they? Huh? The whole team's come, okay. All right. Thank you. Emily is. No, Chelsea is.
Oh, Coach? You'd like to start with an opening statement, Coach?
Yeah, sure would. I just first like to start off and congratulate Albany on a great year. They were a fun team to scout, a fun team to watch on film. Was very impressed with what they do and how they do it. And, you know, in our game tonight, we knew we had to come out and try to cause as much havoc as we could. Because if you allow them to run their stuff, they're really good at it. So I thought our kids really did a nice job there of forcing as many turnovers as we did in the first half to really kind of get the separation that we needed. And, you know, it was a fun game, great crowd. I appreciate all of our fans that came out. I've said it, you know, for 15 years now. The thing that amazes me about our fans is they don't only cheer when we make a good play. I mean, we had gone, I think, 4 possessions in a row and missed shots. They were good shots. And they start cheering when we get a rebound again, trying to get us going, trying to get our kids excited. The knowledge of our fan base in women's basketball is remarkable. And, you know, because I say it all the time, I've had the opportunity to go to a lot of our men's games. It amazes me when I hear a fan be like, make the damn shot. And I'm like, do you think a kid's trying to miss? Like, exactly what kid do you think shooting it trying to miss? Our fans don't do that. They aren't negative. They're just so positive. And it's really amazing to me. We were just talking about it as a staff. I think we went 3 minutes and didn't score. And not one time did you hear a boo or a hiss. They started cheering for him. And I think that's what makes this place as special as it is. That's all.
Okay, questions?
This is a quick one. No.
Hey Jeff, Tyler Griever with WHAS 11. You mentioned the turnovers you guys forced. How important was it for you guys to come out and create that kind of pressure and force that many to start the tournament?
That was really important. I mean, that's how we play. I mean, that's what we have to do. We've got to try to get as many opportunities to score. I mean, we shot the ball 63 times to their 49. You know, we get to the free throw line 16 times. We have to create possessions, and that's what we were able to do tonight. And you know, obviously, we'll have a game plan for a really good Gonzaga team on Sunday, and see what we can do.
Steve Bittenbender, Associated Press. Jeff, you talked about Gonzaga. It seemed like they have the kind of inside presence that has, you know, not necessarily been an Achilles heel for your teams, but has posed challenges. what will you look to do over these next 48 hours to kind of prepare for that and get your team ready?
Well, I've already got about 6 guys that are going to be making calls all night long to their hotel. So every hour on the hour, every one of their kids' phones should be ringing. So we're going to start with that and see if they aren't absolutely completely exhausted by tomorrow. Now, you know what? I haven't watched a whole bunch of film yet, just because I had too much respect for UAlbany to do that, to look ahead. So we'll start on that tonight. I watched the game live and I was really impressed. I thought, they've got great depth. They've got players at all spots. They shoot the three. They go inside. They spread the floor out. So yeah, we're going to have our hands full. But that's what you get. I mean, when you get to the second round, I tell people, guys, there's 32 teams left. That's it. I mean, everybody who's left has been probably ranked in the top 25 at one point in time, or they've received votes. So you're not playing anybody bad. It's difficult to get to the final 32. So that's why I don't ever sit here and think it's a foregone conclusion that you're going to win the next one. They're very, very good. They're well coached. I had the opportunity to coach with Lisa out at USA Basketball. I've got a ton of respect for her staff, and really, really looking forward to being able to watch more tonight.
Tim Sullivan, Courier-Journal. Jeff, your players were in here a little while ago and were not familiar with the contract clause that enables you to go into administration after 4 years, and I would say they were fairly skeptical that you would do that. Can you give us a little insight into your thinking? I know you want to spend more time with your kids, but that soon?
Well, no, it's just nice that they were kind enough to put that in there. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm going to keep coaching as long as I can, as long as I have that passion to do it. But I thought, the EULA board and Josh and Amy, everyone, to even put that as a possibility for me was really kind, and I appreciate it. I've been here for 15 years, and if I coach out the contract, it's 22. And if I'm able to stay around in some form or fashion, I'd love to. This has been home. I've built so many good relationships here within this athletic department that I'd love to continue to be able to be a part of it. Now, when that time comes, I don't know when it's going to be, and maybe that's all Josh wants to be the coach for. I don't know. Maybe he's telling me to hit the road. Who knows? But I'm not sure he wants me to report to him every single day, or maybe I can get part of his office and we'll put a temporary office in there and I can sit right next to him. So no, I mean, it's just, it's really flattering and something that I appreciate, and I'm just going to keep coaching until they ask me to leave.
Jeff Cameron with the Courier-Journal. You mentioned the pressure that you guys were able to put on Albany Day in a tournament where, like you said, you didn't want to look past Albany. You're going to scout Gonzaga tonight. Is that pressure something you feel like you can lean on when you have to turn around and scout so quickly, regardless of who you're playing?
Oh, for sure. We're going to have to. That's one thing we always talk about. You might miss shots. You might struggle from shooting the basketball, but you've got to be able to rely on your defense every single night. And we'll have a plan for Sunday. And I'm very fortunate to have a great staff. I mean, because it's going to be a detailed plan. It's not just going to be roll the ball out there. We go through every single player on their roster, try to figure out how we're going to defend that player within the concept of our team scheme. But we've always said it. If you're a 3-point shooter, our goal, if we're going to get beat, you're not going to make threes. Now, you might make 10 pull-up jump shots, but I better not give you 10 threes, because that's what you do. It's what people try to do to us also, and that's what makes this game so much fun.
Eric Crawford, WDRB. Jeff, you didn't really you had the offensive little dry spell that you talked about. You seemed to pick yourself up, though, at times with like that trap, even if it was the half court. Is that something that maybe you do more with this team if you just need to not wake them up, but get them moving again, get them momentum?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that we'll continue to do depending on time and score flow of a game. When you play someone that likes to run a more of a patterned offense, we've got to try to cut that pattern down. Instead of having to guard it for 24 seconds, if we can just guard it for 18, now all of a sudden you're really only guarding probably 3 passes. Where if you let them just bring the ball up the floor, and now all of a sudden you're out there and you're trying to guard 6 or 7 passes, and that's when you get yourself in trouble.
Abigail Rebel, Albany Times-Union. I'm sure when you were watching all that film, you saw how the press is just, it's disrupted Albany all season. But did the way your players execute the press tonight exceed your expectations of that?
We kind of followed the game plan. I'm going to be honest. Our length sometimes, you can watch film, and then all of a sudden Emily gets out there, Kiana gets out there. Haley does a great job of reading the passing lanes. Olivia, Mikasa. We got kids that do a really nice job of anticipating the next pass. And then because we are as long as we are, we alter a lot of passes. We chart deflections, and not necessarily to a steal, but just how many times do you get your hand on the ball? Because our goal is to try to disrupt your offense, even though we might not steal it. But can we get you 3 or 4 steps higher than what you want to be when you start your offense? On a ball reversal pass, are we making you get it in an area that you're really not comfortable with? So I thought our kids did a great job, and we knew that we were going to have to try to turn them over as much as we could.
More questions, Eric?
Just real quick, Kenny came to the game tonight. He's had a long day, first day as coach. But is this something that he would come out here for, to be a part of this and to kind of be around? Just real quick, did that mean something?
Yeah, of course it did. I really appreciate that. Our players appreciated it. He's had a whirlwind of a day, if not 2 or 3 days. So for him to take the time to come out, and, it's Rick used to do it. And it's great because Rick used to sit in the crowd too. And it's really neat. When you're sitting out there, he's in the second row, everybody's coming up to him, and I'm sure it was crazy. But he sat there and smiled and took pictures and probably kissed some babies, all that good stuff. But it's what this athletic department has been built on. And it's one of the things I've talked about, being here for 15 years. It's been fun to watch the coaches support each other, and then the players start to support each other, and then you get a family atmosphere that's truly that way. So it was great, and I do appreciate it. I told him that, and I don't expect it to be a one-day thing. It won't surprise me, when they're able to come to ball games the same way with us. I can't make it to every men's game. I've got a family too. When you're down here, we're on a Tuesday or Thursday, Sunday, and the men are playing on Wednesday, Saturday. I can't be here down here 4 nights of the week. But it really was special, and I appreciated that. And I'm going to put a challenge out to our fans, both men's fans, our women's fans. There's no reason we can't sell this lower bowl out for Sunday's game. We're a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, going to be playing a second-round game against a really good Gonzaga team. And why we can't get 12,000 down here, I think we should. I think we can. It's good basketball. There's no question about it. And I'm hoping, I know our fans have been as loyal as can be, and I'm hoping they can drag a friend, their neighbor, somebody they like or don't like, I don't care. Just drag them down and come to the game and see what they think. Because our fan base has been built on one fan at a time. I'll get my emails. My email, as I told you, it's online, and I'll get my coaching critiques from about 4 different people that are always pretty consistent, of what I should have done, what I did bad. Like I told you, there's nothing better when you get one in the first quarter. Pathetic. Worst basketball I've ever seen. And then you come back and win, and then I always reply, that didn't age very well, But it's part of it. We've built this one fan at a time. obviously had the opportunity this morning to be at the press conference and then the gathering this afternoon, and I had about 10 people talk about how good our players are. Not on the basketball court, but I was with my grandson, my granddaughter at the mall, and 3 of your kids were there, and we went over to ask for a picture, and they are asking my grandchild, you know, do you play a sport? Do you play basketball? And actually, instead of just taking a picture and that's it, they invest in them. And that's what our kids do, and that's why I think we have the following that we have, and hopefully we can continue to grow it.
Okay, thank you, Coach. I was actually asking about Kenny Klein.
Well, Kenny, he's here too. I'm seeing that man smile. I'm excited. Well, that's what he does. Always trying to barge in on a press conference, you know. Thank you, everybody. You guys are fantastic.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.